Hello everybody, welcome back to the SBGamefun channel to another episode of Sherlock Holmes, Crimes and Punishment. It's a Sherlock Friday, folks. So here we are, we arrived at Kew Gardens. And we had already done our fair share of, I won't say snooping around, but talking to this guy here, Hamish. Martin Hamish. He's pretty arrogant, at least in my opinion. And then we were going to head on in to talk to, I forgot the young man's name. His name was Albert. That's what it was. I believe his father passed away inside the, I'm trying to remember that place, but I can't do it. Oh, Watson, what are you doing? Okay, let's talk. Oh my goodness, Watson? That's right, stand there, face away. Alright, let's do a quick profile. Oh, there's only 3 options for him. His bloodshot eyes there. Red eyes. Consumed with grief, yes. Poor guy. Shaving cut. Oh, it's down there. It's going straight to his hand, so I don't know why it's going straight to his hand. He's not married. Clean hands. So he's not cut out for this work. Botany. Okay. Ms. White. That must be the other student, I think, or the other person who works here. Do you work here? No, I was asking the question. It's here.
Do you work here?
Yes, but part-time only. For I'm also studying botany at the University of London.
You're following in your father's footsteps, then. That is commendable.
Well, even if botany is not my strongest suit, there are people who say that I could be a good manager.
Okay. Ms. White.
Who is Miss Margaret White?
Ah, she is the young lady who studies with me. She visits here sometimes to help out with the greenhouses. In fact, she should be here today. She wanted to work at the seed house. That's the small greenhouse across from the large glass house.
The colonial collection is empty. Why is that?
We noticed that a part of the colonial collection has been cleared.
Ah. At the moment, I'm just dealing with the storage room. I don't know much about the other rooms.
Oh, thank you. That was helpful. What was your relationship with your father? How was it?
I imagine that your relationship with your father may have been a strained one.
Yes. I cannot say that he was a kind man, for he never listened to me at all. He forced me to work here. But now, after his death, I've been pondering it over. Perhaps he wasn't so wrong about me after all. I have to follow his path. I have to manage Kew Gardens. And I can do it. I can be as good as any other who works here.
Sometimes being forced to do following those footsteps might not be advisable. Let's talk about Martin Hamish.
Would you please tell us about Martin Hamish, the Deputy Director?
Well, I have to tell you that Mr. Hamish is not and has never been the Deputy Director of Kew Gardens. My father would not have tolerated it.
Indeed? That is most interesting. He told us that he was.
Yes, because he believes that the management should be passed down to him now that my father is dead. But in actual fact, Mr. Hamish only has the honour of being the garden's longest-serving employee. In fact, if we are to think logically at all, it should be me who takes over the management of Kew Gardens.
Do you not have a good relationship with Mr. Hamish?
I suppose so. But we have very little in common. Mr. Hamish loves his plants and Kew Gardens, and I cannot say that I share his passion.
I see. And how was his relationship with your father?
Oh, he hated my father. It was obvious. He would be furious whenever my father boasted of Kew Gardens in the newspapers or at conferences. He was convinced that my father was stealing all of the credit for himself. That my father treated Mr. Hamish in the same way as he treated anyone. Dismissively. With indifference.
Thank you, young man. We shall see you again soon.
Oh, he disappeared. Oh, there he is. Gosh. I mean, I missed him entirely when I said... Alright, so... his father was a very arrogant man. And he was just as dismissive as Hamish Martin was to everybody else. Oh, what an egotistical group of people at a garden of all things. I mean, I guess you can be egocentric if you really know your stuff, but man, I just don't understand that. Maybe I'm not a plant guy. This is the Palm House.
Palm House.
Okay, so what is our objective? Oh my goodness, there's a crap load of stuff. So find the stolen plants, find the plant that killed Montague Dunne, inspect Kew Gardens staff buildings and gather information on Montague Dunne, find out who killed him, Montague Dunne, and meet Mrs. Margaret White at the Seed House. Well, that was a lot. Whoa. What place is this? Oh, this is the plant house. Holy cow. Man, this place has a lot to explore, and it's pretty... Let's do a quick talent. See if there's anything out here we need to look at. I don't see anything. So let's quickly take a look inside the plant house. I'm going to first look at it with just my bare eyes. Once we're done with that, we'll switch over to the talent vision. Let's see what that gives us. This looks just like exactly what they say, a plant house. There's really nothing else here. But, for the sake of thoroughness, Watson, let's take a look around. Oh, this is sunlight peeping through. Okay, there is nothing in this room. Okay, Watson, you're just always in the way, aren't you, buddy? Oh, come on, really? Watson, oh my goodness. Holy cow, Watson, you need to stand to the side, my friend. This leads out to here, to this empty section.
According to this, they have light and moisture control in some parts of the building.
Okay, so there's the climate control, I guess moisture control, ventilation, water lily house parameters.
According to this, they have light and moisture control in some parts of the building.
He's going to say that for all of them? Okay, so...
Water lily greenhouse.
This is the water lily greenhouse. Okay, this is the room where Montague Dunne met his demise. And we've already gone through this area here with our vision. So, what's in here? See, something tells me the ventilation is going to play a part in this.
Dry tropics.
So we're looking at the dry tropics here. Let's take a look at the talent. I don't see anything here. John, Mr. Watson. Dr. Watson. Okay, this is the dry tropics room. Good, there's a little bit wider area to walk. Hopefully I won't keep running into Dr. Watson. I don't see anything here. Ooh, pots.
These flower pots are beautiful. The symbol is not from Kew Gardens.
What does that mean? Not from Kew Gardens. They use some other. There's a bunch here. Okay, so let me go into the Sherlock talent and let's scope it out. See if there's anything we missed. So there's nothing here. Unless I can't. Let me pick it up. Nope. Okay, so there's nothing of interest here. Let's keep moving. So this is the back area of that building. Let's take another look. Nothing here.
Dry tropics.
Dry tropics. So we reach the end. Oh, come on, Watson. Why are you? And this takes us out to the back, and the fire should be over here. So, all right. So we've already explored this area. I assume. Oh.
Look, Holmes. This charming lady must be Miss White. She's entering the seed house.
Okay, this must be the seed house right here. It's next to the big house. I don't know if it's next to it, but let's explore this area here. Let's see what's back here. Oh, Watson, you're a wise man. Thank you for staying outside so I can operate this. Oh, look at that. Ventilation system engine. So the engine for the ventilation is out here. I'm assuming this is where it pumps fresh air into the system. What is that?
A water tank.
A water tank. So I guess they can use this to fill something. Okay, let's do a quick Sherlock talent. Alright, there's nothing of intrinsic value here at the moment. So let's head inside the seed house. Watson, the seed house.
Seed house. Open.
Open. What the heck? Alright, so let's do a quick exploration before we engage in conversation with Ms. White there. Well, that's interesting. This faces that building right there. Work desk. This must be her work desk. Let's examine it.
A book about ships. Nothing at all to do with plants.
Gloves?
These leather gloves are new and of good quality. They do not appear to have been used.
Study book. University of London. Botanical Chemistry. Albert Dunne. 3rd class. DF. What does that mean? DF.
Materials for college study. They belong to Albert. This place serves as Albert's office.
Okay, so this is Albert's office. Oops, another window.
From here, we are unable to see the interior of the Colonial Collection Room.
Okay, why would he mention that?
This is one of the outlets of the ventilation system.
Okay, so the ventilation system comes in here as well. Every room gets a ventilation. John? Wow, this is botanical, alright. It's got nothing but plants in here. Alright, I think we have hit all the spots. All that we have left. No books, nothing. Alright, let's talk to Ms. Margaret White.
Good day to you, miss. You have some very beautiful plants here.
Why, thank you, sir. And good day to you, too. But...
Oh, I do beg your pardon. My name is Dr. John Watson. This is my good friend, Mr. Sherlock Holmes.
I am honored to make your acquaintance, gentlemen. My name is Margaret White. Excuse me, but are you Sherlock Holmes, the great detective?
Yes, I am he.
What a pleasure to see you here at Kew Gardens. Are you working on a case?
Theft of the plants. Well, before I ask her that question, let's get a profile of her. Character profile. Let's observe. Let's observe her. Is that like what, stiff collars? Expensive perfume. So she's wearing expensive perfume. Ooh, what is wrong with her hands? She's got some rash. Poor family. What? What was that? Pink marks past malnutrition, pellagra. Malnutrition. Oh, she's not married. We're here to investigate the theft of the plants.
Yes, a theft of plants that took place here a few days ago after their most recent exhibition.
Oh yes, of course. I quite forgot about that.
The incident.
Oh, it's quite understandable that you might forget about the theft of the plants, miss, after the tragedy that took place here.
Yes. The director was a truly good man. It is such a terrible misfortune.
Can you tell me anything about the emptied colonial collection?
Would you happen to know why part of the Colonial Collection was cleared?
No, I have never been there.
Okay. And you work here?
Do you work here?
Part-time only. I am a biology student at the London University. I attend the same classes as the son of Mr. Montague Dunne. That is how I found my chance to work here for part of my thesis, you see. It is a great honor.
What is your relationship with the director, Montague Dunne?
How well did you know Mr. Montague Dunne?
He was a master, a great leader. I saw him almost as a spiritual father.
He had an exceptional nature?
Oh yes, indeed. He was always so active and so optimistic and very nice to me. Although he could behave harshly towards his son.
Why so?
He loved his son dearly and wanted the very best for him. It made him extremely demanding. Albert, who is naturally shy, suffered because of it.
Yep, overbearing father again. How did you get in?
Most of the doors in Kew Gardens are locked. Do you have a key to this room?
Oh, yes. Albert gave me a set of duplicate keys. He agreed I might carry out my studies without disturbing him. It is only temporary.
Thank you, miss. None of the 3 people who work at Kew Gardens know why half of the colonial collection was cleared. So, someone is lying. It is obvious.
So we've completed talking to all these characters. So let's take a look at these portraits, character portraits for Dunne. I'm sorry, for Martin Hamish. Martin Hamish is unmarried. His hands and nails resemble those of a gardener. They are dirty and swollen. He is short-sighted, wearing bifocals to clear his vision. He is very plain. He works hard to the point of neglecting his appearance, and it is sadly unlikely that he has any female companion. He lives alone. Let's take a look at Albert Dunne. Albert Dunne is a nervous, anxious young man, clearly evident by his biting fingernails. He uses a quantity of detergent with which to clean his hands, which is a poor decision seeing he handles plants and soil. His eyes are red. He has been weeping very recently. His age tells us that he is still at university. He is good looking, unmarried, and probably still lives with his mother. Wow. Alright, and the final portrait is of Miss Margaret White. She is a beautiful young lady who appears moderately wealthy. Nevertheless, her hands can be seen to be marked by tiny brown dots. These were caused by pellagra, a condition that emerges after a prolonged period of malnutrition. They revealed that her childhood was a poor and unhappy one. However, the signs of wealth that we see now clearly indicates a significant change in her life. So she has benefited from something recently. So, what is that? Search the archives. So we have to search the archives for this symbol of the flower pots found at Kew Gardens. The pot did not belong here. We have to search the archives for a symbol on a broken flower pot found in the backyard. The symbol is not from Kew Gardens. The symbol means divine, if I am not mistaken. And of course, a list of exotic stolen plants exhibited at Kew Gardens. And all these plants, yeah, all this stuff. I tried to read it last episode. Didn't do me any good. Alright. So we are done here. I don't know if we've searched everywhere yet. So let's keep searching. So if we walk out to this path, one should lead straight out to the door to the other side. And one, that's the fire pit. And one should lead right back inside there. So let's head in through this door into the nursery.
Nursery. Locked. Locked.
Why is it locked? Why is the nursery locked? Oh, come on. John, why is this thing clipping with him like that? Okay, this is the transitional space just before the front. Right? Yep. And here's the front. And that must be the work area. I mean, the offices. So let's take a look and see if we can get through to the nursery from this side.
Locked.
Okay, it's locked to us. Why?
Nursery.
Why is it locked to us? Let's check this building out while we're at it.
Locked.
Okay, this one's locked as well. Last one.
Locked.
Okay, all these places are locked. Okay, let me take a look at this map again real quick. So we are right here at the front. The director's office is here. The cloak room, I'm not sure the terminology there. I guess maybe where people hang up their clothing, their cloaks and hats and stuff. And then you have the laboratory, which is right here, which is off to the right, far right building. And the reserve is directly behind us. This is the room we can't get into. And this is the room where Miss Margaret White is. The ventilation system, the greenhouse, the colonial collection is where we need to discover the missing plants. Alright, so maybe we should talk to... No, we shouldn't talk to. We need to go and do some research. If I understand it right, yeah, all of these are research notes. Okay, I just realized something. Let's go back. I don't know if I did a talent on the seed house. That's the nursery to my left. So let's come inside here. You know what? Now that I'm back here, I think I may have. Yeah, it looks like there's nothing here. Alright, so let's head back to... I don't know if we have enough time, but let's head back to Baker Street and let's see if we can do some... Yeah, let's head back here so we can do some of this archival... Search the archive stuff. Look, there it is. And there's a letter here. That's probably from our last case. Dear Mr. Holmes, I have finally found the courage to write you a letter. I can scarcely find the words to express my gratitude for your kindness. On that terrible day I believed my life to be ruined. At the same time I realized there to be one person in the world who truly loved me, and who I loved in return. His name we both know. He is Captain James Crocker. His love has given me true reason to live. Even if we cannot be together in the end, none of this could have happened without you, Mr. Holmes. Yours sincerely, Mary Brackenstall. So she's thanking him for not throwing them both under the bus. Alright, so that's done. Now we need to do a quick research. And I don't know if I want to do this because my brain is not functioning. So I'm going to probably leave that for the next episode. Oh, Watson, are you staring at that lady? Oh, no, Watson. Oh, Watson. Anyhow, folks, thank you for joining me today on this episode of Sherlock Holmes. We got a little deeper in to the Kew Garden case. Discovered a bunch of things, so we're going to need to have to research that by searching the archives, and we will do that on the next episode. Again, I appreciate you joining me. If you like my kind of content, I know I'm kind of goofy and spastic at times. This game is helping me to slow down just a bit. But if you like my kind of content, make sure you click on subscribe and click on that bell to get notified when I upload new content. And I hope to see you folks back here on the next episode of Sherlock Holmes. Until then, have a good one.